Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Tucker Carlson fantastically interviewed the fantastic Prime Minister of Hungary, Viktor Orban. And Tucker might interview Vladimir Putin as well. That's how the story goes. Now, during this interview, I will play you a clip of a question Tucker asks Orban regarding, hey, in America and everywhere else, we're told that the Ukrainians are winning in Ukraine. And watch Orban's answer, which is the same answer as I gave for 1 year and a half or more. Ready? Set. Let me just make sure that this is at the maximum capability. Go.
So in the United States, the view is that Ukraine is winning this war. It doesn't sound like that's true.
No, it's a lie. It's not just a misunderstanding. It's a lie.
Sounds familiar? This is the way we in Eastern Europe like to talk. So when you hear someone talking like a weasel, that's not a typical Eastern European guy. This guy doesn't say, well, that's a misunderstanding, that's not quite correct, that's not quite true. No, it's a lie. We still use fat for obese people. We don't call them big boned or something like that. We use the terms that are in a dictionary, the real terms. We're not weasels like these guys are trying to pussify us here. So he calls it as the definition. That's not true. That it's called a lie. Not see how the or the Western politicians will refer to something like this. Well, that's not really entirely true, or something like a euphemistic expression or something. This guy tells you as it is. That's a lie. Oh, everybody pooped their pants in the West. He said it. It's the reality. Or if it's not, he uses the terms fat for fat and others, like little people nowadays, or people don't die anymore, they just pass away, or not old people anymore, or you old, no, you're a senior citizen. All this euphemistic bullshit to make people feel good about themselves. Change your condition if you can. If not, accept it if you can't change it. So let's see what, I'm going to play it back, I like that.
Stands Russia and Ukraine.
Misunderstanding. It's
Booked, and we returned to Hungary to sit down with Prime Minister Viktor Orban and ask him what exactly is happening in Ukraine right now. Here's what he said. So in the United States, the view is that Ukraine is winning this war. It doesn't sound like that's true.
no, it's a lie. It's not just a misunderstanding. It's a lie. It's impossible. Everybody who's in politics and understand the logic, the figures, the data, no way.
Why is it impossible?
Because that way, the poor Ukrainians die every day.
Yes.
Hundreds and thousands, So my heart is with them. So it's tragedy. It's tragedy for Ukraine.
He's going to explain
But
why.
they will run out earlier from the soldiers, number of soldiers, than the Russians. What finally will count is boots on the ground. And the Russians are far stronger.
So he claims that eventually what will matter, as I said it, and normal people say, I'm not saying this is a genius answer. I think this is a normal answer. It's like the emperor has no clothes and people are avoiding to say it. Only a child or a person who has courage will say, because there are consequences. A child, there will not be really consequences for a child saying that, but for an adult might be, let alone a leader of a state. Independent, I might add. Hungary is an independent sovereign state. By this guy's statement, it's a lie. It's a lie. Why don't you have any politician in United States of America answering like that? I can name only one that might say that, and that is Trump. And he's not a politician. Whatever he is, a weasel, whatever you want to call Trump, he would be the one who would tell you that's a lie. Maybe there will be one or two that would dare to say, like Gates, Representative Gates, or there would be maybe Green, what's her name, Marjorie Green, that would be another one, Barbock, whatever her name is, could be representatives Other than these guys will not say, not even who's up for re-election. What's his name? Cruz. He has to be feisty now because the elections are coming and for him, and he has to be showing that he is what he says he is. Anyway, my friends, did you hear the guy? Now that's the way we talk. We still talk as close to reality. I'm not saying that Orban might be a weasel in other instances, but as of now, I watch all this interview, and this is a straight shooter. Certain things he can't really name them, but he definitely touches them. He uses the words that are supposed to use, not euphemistic, make them I will make another video on another topic with Viktor Orban's answer. Very, very clear and direct, which is what would Hungary say and do if a pipeline that brings gas to Hungary is blown up like Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2. And you can only guess what the answer is. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.